Welcome back. So let's continue refining the CSS for our header. Looking at the styles CSS file, remember that as well as the CSS we added for our A tags that now reference the class header link, we have also added CSS for the image and div tags that we also want to apply to our header. We want to make sure that any CSS we added specifically to our header does not get confused with CSS that we will add to the main page content later. Remember that by adding CSS to the tag selector rather than an ID or a class will mean that the same CSS will be applied to all tags of that type. Take the CSS applied to the image tag as an example. If I added another image tag anywhere on the page, the same styles would then be applied that we have declared here. When you become more confident with CSS, you will find that in some cases this is fine. However, the CSS that we have added here is intended for the logo on our header, and in this case we only want it to apply to our logo. Other than using IDs and classes, one way around this is to add the parent tag selector in front of the image tag selector like this. The browser interprets this to mean any image tags within the header tag should have these styles. However, this means that if we add any other image tags to our header in the future, these automatically get the same styles applied when we just want them added to our logo. This may cause confusion in the future. However, this ultimately comes down to the individual designer and preference. In this case though, let's make some modifications to the CSS to make sure that styling that we want to apply just to the header remains just applied to the header. Let's change the image tag selector to an ID of header logo, like this. So that's hash and then the name of the ID. Remember, IDs need to be unique and so can only apply to one tag. This is an ideal choice because we only have one header logo. We will also change the style applied to the header div tags to reference a class called header section. Remember, we have two div tags, so we should apply a class rather than an ID because a class can apply to any number of HTML tags. Let's also change the A tag in the media query to reference the header link class, same as above. Back in the index.html file, we now add the ID of header logo to the image tag within the header and add the class of header section to each div tag. Make sure to copy paste the same changes in the about.html and projects.html pages. Save any changes. If we now run without debugging, you can see that nothing major has changed. This is what we want, having only changed the styling for our header tags to reference IDs and classes. In the next video, we're going to go through how to make it clear to the user when they have changed page using the header. See you in the next video. Bye for now.